faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Empowered with X-ray vision, possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
For the test been completed, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Secretary. A concrete blockhouse has been built in the western desert, miles from any habitation.
I'd like you to see that test, Superman. The location is here. That's about 2,000 miles away. I can be there in 30 seconds.
Now give me your information.
I know how to make Superman helpless.
I'm waiting.
The meteor that fell the other night is a fragment from the planet Krypton. Its rays take away all of Superman's powers.
The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. Strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
The Adventures of Superboy. Exciting stories of Superman when he was a boy, who, even as an infant, demonstrated powers and abilities far beyond the capabilities of Earthlings. Superboy, who as Clark Kent, mild-mannered foster son of Martha and Jonathan Kent, preserves the secret of his true identity and devotes his superpowers to the prevention of crime, the preservation of peace, and the pursuit of truth. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman! Superman rocketed to Earth as an infant when the distant planet Krypton exploded, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Planet, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and freedom with superpowers far beyond those of ordinary mortals.
It's Superman, Superman. My friends, I'm not given to wild, unsupported statements. And I tell you that we must evacuate this planet immediately.
Jor-El, be reasonable.
Once there was a civilization, much like ours, but with a greater intelligence, greater powers, and a greater capacity for good. Tragic moment, that world was destroyed. But there was one survivor.
Now, wouldn't that beat all get out?
Because of the wisdom and compassion of Jor-El, because he knew the human race had the capacity for goodness, he sent us his only son. His name is Kal-El. He will call himself Clark Kent. But the world will know him as Superman. This year, Superman brings you the gift of flight. Superman, the movie.
Superman 2. The adventure continues with the 3 villains from Krypton. Each one with the same powers as Superman. Each one dedicated to violence against mankind.
Think of it. 3 supervillains.
Or 4 if you count him twice. The adventure continues in Paris with Lois Lane.
I believe this is your floor.
And the romance continues. The adventure continues in Washington. The world is on the brink of destruction.
Superman, can you hear me?
And Metropolis is in ruins.
Superman, help us!
Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me?
Superman!
General, would you care to step outside?
Revenge.
Revenge.
Revenge! Now we're cooking, huh?
The big one's just as strong as Superman.
If you've only seen the first part, you haven't seen the best part. The adventure continues in Superman 2. It's time for adventure. It's time for Superman. Alexander Salkind presents Christopher Reeve and Richard Pryor in Superman 3. This time, Richard Pryor has come to Metropolis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he's got something to sell. He's the best con man and the world's greatest computer genius.
Let me tell you something. I can't ski!
But then he falls for a scheme to turn the ultimate computer into the ultimate weapon.
Well, what will it do for me?
It will do anything you tell me to tell it to do.
A machine so powerful,
Baby! It's Daddy!
it can control the Earth.
Now, getting down to business.
Change the weather.
You know something? You're a genius.
And reprogram Superman.
Thought you'd never get here.
Well, I hope you don't expect me to save you, because I don't do that anymore.
He didn't die. I asked you to kill Superman, and you're telling me you couldn't even do that one simple thing.
All right, Webster, the game's over.
But only the man who pulled the switch on Superman
Oh, see, I'm not with them, Superman.
Could have fooled me, mister.
can pull the plug on Super Machine.
You're going to go down in history as the man who killed Superman.
No. Thank you, brother.
Superman 3.
Watch the trees.
This time is going to be the best time of all.
The greatest hope against the threat of nuclear war is Superman.
I'm going to do what our governments have been unwilling or unable to do. Effective immediately, I'm going to rid our planet of all nuclear weapons.
The greatest threat to Superman is Lex Luthor.
Smarter than I thought. We can make the world safe for war profits.
He's created the ultimate weapon to annihilate the Man of Steel.
You'd risk worldwide nuclear war for your own personal financial gain.
Nobody wants war. I just want to keep the threat alive.
Dude of Steel. Where are you gonna get it?
You know you're a workaholic. Why don't you stop and smell the roses, huh?
Superman 4, Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, Jackie Cooper, John Cryer, with Mariel Hemingway and Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. Superman 4, his most important adventure, the quest for peace.
Than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Superman. Yes, Superman. Strange visitor from another planet. who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights the never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
Superman Brainiac Attacks, an all-new original movie coming soon to DVD. 5,000 miles above our atmosphere, a threat is waiting for the perfect time to strike.
Once again, I am reborn!
This spring, an evil rises.
Brainiac just hijacked Lex Labs!
I'm on it, Chief.
And threatens the one closest to the Man of Steel.
Brainiac and Lex 9000 made quite a team.
Superman's greatest battle is now an all-new movie adventure.
You cannot hide from me, son of Krypton!
Superman Brainiac Attacks. See it only on DVD.
You always catch me when I fall, Superman.
You've been gone a long time. Where did you go?
great power. Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
It's not easy for me to live my life being who I am, keeping secrets.
Clark, hey, welcome back. I see you've already met the Munchkin.
Hello. Yeah, well, you've been gone. Fearless reporter Lois Lane is a mommy. But if you ask me, she's still in love with you-know-who.
How could you leave us like that? I moved on. So did the rest of us. The world doesn't need a savior. And neither do I. Lex Luthor.
This is kind of a little reunion, isn't it? Heck, I'm a fan. I'll have advanced technology. Thousands of years beyond what anyone could throw at me.
But millions of people will die.
Billions!
You wrote that the world doesn't need a savior, but every day I hear people crying for one.
Come on, let me hear you say it just once.
You're insane.
No! No, the other thing.
Superman will
Bring it on! Now fly.
Comes a time when even gods must die. Coming this September, Superman Doomsday, the all-new original movie only on DVD, inspired by the best-selling graphic novel of all time, The Death of Superman. This gripping story reveals Superman in love, Superman in battle, and for the first time, Superman
Clark
defeated. The Man of Steel returns, stronger, darker, more dangerous than ever before, with over 70 minutes of special features. Own Superman Doomsday, the all-new original movie, only on DVD. Will you miss the fight?
Over my dead body.
We're all here because each of us, in our own way, fights with the hope of a better tomorrow. You didn't think you could just walk away, did you? This ends now.
I sense one critical difference. Vulnerability to magic.
Alas, the threat is upon us now, Billy Batson.
You know my name?
Oh, I know many things, for I am the wizard Shazam.
Holy moly, I'm big.
So you're what this is all about.
I'm his replacement.
Then let's replace him.
Superman's journal. Final entry. I'm dying.
My turn.
My cells are breaking down. I'm running out of time.
Welcome to the new world. Lay down your weapons and you won't be hurt.
They only have one chance to save the world. My last adventure is about to begin.
You know what happens when you take on Lex Luthor? If I die, you die first! Did you ever think that it would end like this?
Apologies in advance for the graphic nature of what you're about to see. Goodbye, Superman. Hello, power.
They have to be stopped.
They are so strong. I think they can beat you.
Tomorrow, it's done.
Superman is so beat.
Where do they come from? Where do they go? What do they want?
It ends today without a single loss of life.
Are you the Superman that the 21st century needs?
This is an act of war!
Stand down and be judged for your crimes.
It's all over now. Superman, say your goodbyes. Congratulations, children. Your leaders are all dead. Wait for it, kids. It's a fair fight, yes?
Kara.
It was only a couple of months ago.
Tell me.
We were helpless. Our army threw everything we had at them, but they were unstoppable. No!
You've seen these before.
A lot of them.
On Krypton?
In Kandor, the capital, the day it disappeared.
A whole city disappeared.
It calls itself Brainiac.
I am flesh and machine. I am the strength of 10,000 worlds.
These probes must be how he searches for planets.
If that thing's here, it's all going to happen again.
No, we can beat him. Millions of lives. They all need to be freed.
Go!
You have already failed. Soon, Earth will be mine.
We'll see about that.
Such a savage world.
It gives me strength. Welcome to Earth.
world's too big, Mom.
Then make it small. Focus on my voice. Pretend it's an island out in the ocean. Can you see it?
I see it.
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You have to keep this side of yourself a secret.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from?
You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, he's going to change the world.
If the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
Today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous. Let the record show that this committee holds him responsible.
That's how it starts. The fever. The rage that turns good men cruel.
This Bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
This means something. It's all some people have. It's all that gives them hope.
People hate what they don't understand. Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel. Be their monument. Be anything they need you to be. Or be none of it. You don't owe this world a thing. You never did.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? The devils don't come from hell beneath us. They come from the sky.
20 years in Gotham, how many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. And we have to destroy him. You're
black and blue. God versus man. Day versus night. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.